I love coming to CinemaCon because you get to see the presentations, you get a clip of the movies, but you also get to see the stars. And one thing I gotta say, you walked out there, and as a man who reads teleprompter for a living, you read the hell out of the teleprompter. I literally was looking, I was like, Channing Tatum is reading the teleprompter.
I'm not good at reading, so I kind of have to like memorize most of it and then kind of do the gist. You know, I'm not word perfect, I can promise you that.
It was pretty damn good. I was impressed.
Thank you, sir.
I was like, bro, don't take my gig.
That means a lot, actually, coming from you.
Don't take my gig. By the way, lots of stars here. Do you guys have a chance to just spend a moment and kind of like say, hey, what's up?
I freaked out. I got to actually meet TC today. Tom Cruise. Like, you know, right? Like I was geeked. I'm still sweating, I think. Like, I got to meet the man himself today. I've never met him. 20 years almost being in this industry, and I've never met him. And, you know, he's the one that is, he gets to do all the stuff that I want to do. And like, I was just like, can I just go ride motorcycles with you? You know, you ain't got to put me in a movie, man. Let's just go ride.
But Channing, don't you think you'd be so good in the next Top Gun?
Top Gun? I don't think I'm big. I don't think I'm small enough to fit into the cockpit. I think you got to be small. And like, I'm not sure if I could fit my shoulders in there.
No, you could do all the military stuff. It would work. You know, you'd have a whole thing, and you fly the plane, and you're like, Tom, you retire. I got this now.
No, I'm never telling Tom to retire. He's the GOAT, man. I would literally do Crafty in one of his movies. I truly do. I love his movies.
What is it like? Do you kind of pinch yourself sometimes and you say, man, I'm in the middle of the real movie star stuff. Man. You're meeting TC, Glenn Powell, everybody, like you're the dude.
To come out before Tom Cruise and to basically open for Tom Cruise, that's what I felt like. You know, he was the main attraction, and I just got to open, you know, so I got to share the stage with TC, one of the greatest to ever do it. It's weird. I never even wanted to be in there. I didn't know what acting was. I thought acting was something that happened on a stage that was like Shakespeare. I thought when I was a kid that Goonies really happened. And like, you know, there was just kids that found a pirate ship, and somehow they filmed it. I don't know why they filmed it, but in my head, it really happened. And I still feel like weird being allowed in this like sort of alumni and sharing these stages with people. It's just, yeah, it's wild to me.
Oh, real quick, update me on Doomsday.
Doomsday?
Yeah. But I love the reaction from everybody in the room. I just want to tell you, everybody's reaction in the room was like, huh?
No. Like, someone would literally come behind, just drop down and black bag me and just like zip tie me away if I was like, I can't even get to the like without getting like, you know, they just string me up somewhere out in the back of Marvel's back lot.
Could you possibly pop up in Doomsday? There's so many. I mean, everybody's in this movie. And they're all headed to London, I believe, right real soon.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to be in the movie, but they have given me a chair to at least watch what possibly gets made. I hope I get tagged in, but you know, you just never know. You never know. There is a chair supposedly somewhere with my name on it. I got a ticket to seeing it, at least. Okay. You know, seeing how the you know, sausage gets made.
You might be in Marvel shape too, right? You got to get in.
I'm getting there, you know. But what's funny about Marvel shape is like, we got superpowers. Like, you know, why do we need to have abs? I've always wanted to talk.
It's a movie, bruh. It's a movie.
I've always wanted to talk to these artists. I'm just like, yo, they got superpowers. You can make things blow up. Why do I need to look like this? Why can't I just be fat and like eat Cheetos and blow up buildings?
I would take you out to eat, man, but I guess you're on that restricted diet.
No, right? Yeah, I ain't going out to eat nothing. Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Roofman looks wild, phenomenal, heartwarming. It looks like it'll be a big film, but it's a crazy story. Tell us what you can tell us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a true story, actually, about this guy, Jeffrey Manchester, which was kind of known to be a very, very polite thief, and he robbed about 60 McDonald's, which they only caught him for one, and they gave him like 45 years. And then he decides to break out because he wasn't given any options, so he had to take it into his own hands, and then he breaks into, a lot of people try to run like really far away, and he was smart enough to just go to the closest place he could find and then hide in a Toys R Us for about almost a year in the walls and in the roof.
How much fun did you have making this movie? Because it looks like one of those movies where your character gets to be so many different people.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing is, you know, I think it's a meditation on loneliness and love, but kind of told through this really strange character that's hilarious, and he's a little wild, and I don't know, you can imagine when you're alone at night in a toys store, like where you go on a real roller coaster arc of like, you know, it's fun and there's toys and like you can have fun. And then all of a sudden, you know, after about a year, you know, getting almost to the year mark, you start losing your mind a little bit.
You get a little cuckoo. By the way, how was that hanging out in Toys R Us?
I miss it. I really do. I don't think kids will ever understand what it was like to go in, get the pack of gum, the rainbow, the gum was it, and then you just got to go into this like crazy place. They built a real Toys R Us. Like we found one in Charlotte that wasn't tore down yet. It was a real Toys R Us. They're all shut down now, mostly, and but they built it right out of the '90s. Man, it was unreal.
It is so much fun because as kids we'd go in and we'd just look at everything and wish. Your parents would say, "Don't get it. You're not going to get a damn thing." But just we'd wish. Right?
You were lucky if they were like, "You get one thing," and if they said that, you spent at least 4 hours trying to pick that toy. Like at least 4 hours. They're like, "This is going to be an all-day affair. I have to go stress test every single one of these toys, and we're going to walk out of here with something today."
You made an incredible transformation for this role. Lost a lot of weight. How was that, and how do you do it? Can you please tell me?
Man, I have so much help and support. I don't know how people do it that have a 9-to-5 job. They, you know, I truly, it is my full-time like job just to like sort of fluctuate in weight. You know, 65 pounds was a lot to lose for this. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that swing again. It was pretty tough.
What was the toughest part? What was the toughest part?
It's the beginning. It's really the beginning. Like, you know, if you get like 3 weeks going and like and then all of a sudden you can get into a bit of a rhythm with it, but it's just those first 3 weeks with the diet. Diet's the hard part. You can work out, especially getting older, like you can work out 3 or 4 times a day, but if your diet ain't sorted and knowing what actually works with you also is a big thing, but that's it.